Good morning. I would like to officially welcome you to the Houghton Academy graduating ceremonies and welcome officially and formally the graduating class of 2020 to our 132nd annual commencement ceremony. Along with our 29 graduates, 21 of whom are able to be with us today, we welcome parents, families in your vehicles this morning. Assisting parents in their God-given educational role is the reason the Academy was founded. The preparation for these students, the class of 2020, excuse me, I'm going to make an adjustment there. Assisting parents in their God-given educational role is the reason the Academy was founded. The preparation of the class of 2020 is and has been the chief objective of our planning, our teaching, and our praying. Thus, we are excited and honored to share this moment in time with you as your work as parents and ours as an educational institution culminates. I would also like to welcome with our graduates and their families Academy officers, Academy faculty and staff members, as well as other community and school guests who may view these exercises later via recording. In particular, may I recognize for their extraordinary efforts to conclude a most unusual school year in a successful manner the following: Mr. Jonathan Retz, Principal; Mrs. Janice Smithley, School Counselor and Residence Life Coordinator; Miss Madeline Malda, Girls Dormitory Head Resident; Mr. Philip Nelson, Boys Dormitory Head Resident; Mr. Norman Smithley, Crisis Management Team Coordinator; Mrs. Julie Haingray, Administrative Assistant; Mrs. Tracy Taylor, Finance Office Coordinator; Mrs. Sandy Merrill, Enrollment Management Coordinator; Mr. Jeff Prentice, Facilities and Campus Security Coordinator; and Mr. Patrick Behringer, the Senior Class Advisor, along with all Houghton Academy faculty, school support staff, the homestay and house parents, and the many parents who delivered weekly goodie bags for 10 weeks to our dormitories. Many of these are not attending today in person, but it is so essential that we recognize and thank them for their additional effort that they made to bring these exercises into reality for the students as well as for the school itself. Thank you for serving at Houghton Academy and for being part of our community. Our graduates' success is truly the result of a community commitment. Please give yourselves a hand or a honk.
Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for Houghton Academy. We thank you for the teachers and non-teachers. We thank you for everything that you have been able to do in the school and through the school to the students. We commit the school into your hands. We ask that you continue to keep the school. Bless the teachers, bless their families, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Father, we also just want to thank you as we remember your word in Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. And he that has begun a good work in you will surely perfect it. We thank you for beginning a good work in the life of our children. We thank you for giving them the grace to complete the studies successfully. And we pray to you, Lord, that even as they commence a new chapter in their lives, that you will continue with them. As they move on, Lord, help them to remember the values of Houghton Academy. Education for the head that brings wisdom. Education for the heart that brings kindness to fellow human beings. And education for the hands that brings impact. As they move on to greater heights in their lives, help them indeed to apply wisdom, to apply kindness, and to make this world a better place for everyone. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.
Amen.
God bless you.
Hello everyone. As of now, I am speaking to a wall. I'm actually speaking to a window, but I'll pretend I see all your lovely faces out there. As I'm sure we've all noticed, this is a fairly abnormal year to graduate in, switching to online school in March and continuing to learn in a different format. To be honest, I'm incredibly proud of all of us. The students who persevered, the teachers who continued to teach and teach well despite their plans and syllabuses being interrupted, and us, the class of 2020, graduating despite the challenges. I could give a speech about my time at the academy and how it shaped me to be the person I am today, but at the moment, I'd like to take a moment in prayer instead. God is always willing to listen, and I think perhaps now more than ever, in light of current events and in light of us graduating and finally going out into the world, prayer is a necessity. Would y'all pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, there are so many things I could bring before you today. I pray for the COVID-19 situation, that those affected would be able to have peace, for those who work in hospitals as they work tirelessly to help the sick, and for the researchers as they strive to find a vaccine. I pray for justice. I pray for the protesters and for their safety, and the grieving families, and for those in power to have a change of heart. I pray that we could become more like your kingdom on earth, because right now we are miserably failing, but with your grace, we know change is possible. You give us hope. On a lighter note, I pray for us, the seniors, and soon-to-be graduates. I thank you so much for the times in high school we've had, the ups and downs, the lovely friends we've made, the times we've had, and many, many more things that I can't list because I don't have time. It would take too long. But you know our hearts, Lord, and you know we are so grateful. As we depart from the academy and start a new chapter, I pray for peace in our hearts, as it can be stressful to start something new, but it's also an indescribable blessing. I pray that whatever we're doing these next few years, that we would be able to know you better. For those who are still making the decision of what to do after high school, I pray for clear minds and for, again, peace as they make this decision. Thank you, Lord, for this incredible opportunity we've had to learn and grow. Thank you for all of the people who have supported us throughout this, teachers, parents, mentors, grandparents, even other students. Again, we are so indescribably blessed, and we thank you for it. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, thank you for your time. In the wise words of Winnie the Pooh, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I am so thankful that we can gather today, whether physically or virtually, for this pivotal event in the lives of Houghton Academy seniors. This isn't a typical graduation ceremony, but it is still a wonderful time to celebrate what we've accomplished, how we've grown, and what we are planning for the future. So much has happened in the last quarter of our senior year. I can't imagine what many of you are going through and what people around the world are dealing with. People are wrestling with a variety of feelings, and it's easy to feel isolated and alone, especially under these circumstances. But in reality, no one is alone in their emotions and struggles. We all have difficulties and different responses to what's happening in our lives and around the world. With all of this going on, it has become even more important to love and cherish those around us while being intentional about breaking barriers and setting aside differences. Ephesians 4:15-16 says, "Instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church. As each part does its own special work, it helps the other parts grow, so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love." This verse emphasizes the importance of staying unified with those around us, because that is how we are best able to work toward change and grow in character and faith. Throughout quarantine, we have proven that it's possible to be there for each other and stay connected even when we can't physically be together. We have come together through car parades, care packages, notes of encouragement, and Zoom meetings. If we have the ability to love and encourage one another while social distancing, we can stay unified with others throughout any situation thrown at us. As we head into the next stage of life, let's love those around us, show grace, promote unity, reach out to others, and fight for relationships. You don't know what someone might be going through, and it can mean so much just to love and encourage the people we come across. Let's be intentional about kindness every day and in every situation. Remember that God's goals for us involve a focus on others, not a focus on ourselves or our own accomplishments. 1 Corinthians 15:58 says, "Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." On behalf of the senior class, I wanted to thank parents, teachers, coaches, and all the positive examples in our lives and those who encouraged us along the way. I hope that all the encouragement we've received inspires us to take care of others, because we have watched it make a difference in our own lives. As we look toward the future, let's remember 2 Corinthians 13:11. "Finally, brothers and sisters, rejoice. Aim for restoration, comfort one another, agree with one another, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you." Thank you.
I'm United States Surgeon General Jerome Adams, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to address all of you, Houghton Academy's class of 2020. I also want to take a moment to provide some words of support, as I understand this is an unexpectedly challenging time for the Houghton Academy family. Last week, you received heartbreaking news, an unthinkable tragedy that is surely on your hearts and minds today. I encourage you and all of the Houghton Academy family to support each other and talk about what you're feeling. This might seem more challenging while we practice physical distancing, but there are so many ways we can remain connected with those around us, particularly those who are struggling. Video chats have been instrumental in allowing my own family to keep in touch with loved ones near and far. And while texting is easy and largely the preferred medium of communication for many today, it's good to pick up the phone too. Often, hearing the voice of a friend or loved one can make such a difference in our mood. It also helps us realize if the other person on the other end might need some support too. Above all, it's important to remember you're not alone during this challenging time, nor at other times you may face over your life, and it's important that you lean on your faith. These are core principles that will help you get through the peaks and valleys in life, and I know they've been central to your studies here at Houghton Academy. Together, you will get through this, and it is because of your faith and all of your excellent work here at Houghton Academy that you will rise above stronger than ever. With that in mind, I want you to know that you should be proud of your hard work and your many accomplishments, which paved the way to today. I know that the COVID-19 pandemic has made this an historically unique time to be graduating and getting ready to move on to the next chapter of your lives. But I want you to know that together, our great nation will persevere, and that I know you've got the knowledge and the passion to help lead the way. I want to close by giving you just a little bit of advice. First, and above all, strive to be good people. The people who most remember and support me don't speak of me as a great doctor, but as a person who always took the time to speak with them and ask about their day, whether they were a fellow doctor, nurse, custodian, or cafeteria worker. You can often do more for people with a smile and a kind word than you can with all your knowledge and skills. You know, my favorite saying is that people need to know you care before they care what you know. So I ask that you make the time to really get to know others and allow them to get to know you. We all grow up with different and unique experiences, and it's important, especially now, that we validate other people's experiences and struggles, and that we acknowledge the strength that comes from our collective diversity. My second piece of advice is to dare to be innovators and disruptors. This unprecedented pandemic has shown us that it's time for new thinking. Never before has there been so much opportunity to think outside the box and shape the future of health, and honestly, every sector of industry. Everyone and everything has been impacted by this pandemic, and that means everything could use some of your innovation. And finally, practice good self-care. Just as a car can't go as far or as fast on a flat tire, you can't give your best effort if you aren't mentally, physically, and spiritually running on all cylinders. Don't be afraid to ask for help or support. You can call 1-800-273-TALK 24 hours a day if you need someone to talk to. I know this is a challenging time for all of you, but I want you to know how proud I am of each and every one of you. Your time at Houghton Academy has served you well, and the world now needs your talent, your commitment to changing the world, and most of all, your compassion. Congratulations and good luck to Houghton Academy's class of 2020. I wish you every success.
Once again, I am grateful to the participants in the pre-recorded segment of these commencement exercises, especially our graduates, Josie Lipscomb for her part in the baccalaureate service last evening, Carissa Hilsher, Alexandra Tucker, and Zoe Zhou. Let's give a hearty thank you to them. A video compilation of these Exercises today will be provided for public viewing at a later point. Once the editing is complete, the link will be posted to the Academy website. From our practice yesterday, there is one adjustment for seniors I wanted to make sure you are aware of. You graduates that are going to come forward will come forward today just once, and instead of for the awards and for the diplomas, we are going to give them to you in a packet to try to be more compliant. Graduates then will not come forward to receive their awards in this next segment, but the award packet will be provided along with the diploma later. So just one trip up the steps for everyone. All others are asked to remain in at your vehicles during this presentation of diplomas, as each attending graduate will walk up to receive the diploma from her or his vehicle. We have our photographer, as you can see, Mr. Rohrbach, to take several photos at that time. So again, graduates, that we're asking you not to hurry down the steps, but take your time there on the second step after you get your diploma. Parents and family are very welcome to take a group photo or other things, one vehicle at a time or one family at a time. After the final benediction, we'll have instructions then, specific instructions then at the close of these exercises. Houghton Academy's vision is to prepare students to live authentically, learn deeply, lead globally, and love boldly for the glory of God. Our school verse, symbolized within the logo of a tree with spreading branches, its message is the passage Isaiah 61:3. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me, that's you as graduates, to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to those who are bound, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, to grant to those who mourn in Zion, to give to them a beautiful headdress instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of a faint spirit, that they may be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. There is much more to this than just a set of verses and a nicely crafted logo. It is important to acknowledge why we do what we do, and these verses provide the content and context for Houghton Academy's ultimate purposes, which is not and are not that students merely gain a lot of knowledge. As the book of Proverbs describes so clearly in verse after verse after verse after verse, knowledge is necessary, but its role is a starting point. Knowledge only provides a basis for growth in wisdom and understanding. These are the preeminent targets for life. Thus, before we proceed to the awards segment of the program, I will share 4 short segments from the book of Proverbs in chapter 8. Learn to be shrewd, you who are inexperienced. Develop common sense. I, wisdom, share a home with shrewdness and have knowledge and discretion. The Lord made me, wisdom speaking, at the beginning of his creation, before his works of time long ago. I, wisdom, was formed before ancient times, before the earth began. Anyone who listens to me, wisdom, is happy. Well, the class of 2020 has experienced much to add to its wisdom already. May I take a moment to acknowledge the golden shovel over here, to which you can't see the shovel very well, but you can see the handle, to which every Houghton Academy senior class has added its unique ribbon since around 1947. Until this year, the largest senior ribbon came from the class of 2014, but the class of 2020 has surpassed it by quite a bit, which seems only fitting in light of all the senior events they've missed. It's made entirely of masks, and it almost looks, well, I won't say what it looks like because I'm not sure, but it will be affixed to the shovel later after today's ceremony. Mr. Retz will now continue with the commencement awards for 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Before I present our awards, I want to just share with you a little bit about our 29 graduates. Our 29 students come from 5 countries. They come from 4 continents. Academically, 28 of 29 of our seniors, or graduating seniors, had averages above 80%. 17 of the 29 had averages above 90%. As a class, our seniors have received 82 college acceptance letters. And as a class, our seniors are entering college with approximately 300 college credits. Our graduates are talented, diverse, unique, and in so many ways, an exceptional group of young men and women. We wish we could provide or present awards to each of them. But we're unfortunately unable to do that. At this time, though, we're proud of our students' confidence that they will enjoy great success in the future as God leads them. And at this point, I want to present the following awards. A reminder, students, please remain in your cars and you'll come up and get the awards when you get your diploma. First award is to be presented is the I Dare You Leadership Award. The I Dare You Leadership Award recognizes young people who have demonstrated a motivation for leadership through a balanced approach to life. Each year, our faculty selects 2 individuals who exhibit personal integrity, balanced living, and high motivation for leadership. The I Dare You Leadership Award winners this year go to Lee Murray and Zoe Zhao. Our next award is the New York State Comptroller Achievement Award. This award is given to a student who has shown academic excellence and the potential for leadership through involvement in activities that improve our community. The recipient of this award is a student who has devoted a significant amount of time to helping this school and this community. This year, we are proud to present the 2020 New York State Comptroller Achievement Award to Lexi Martino. Our next award is the Grange Award. The Allegheny County Pomona Grange is a not-for-profit, community-minded fraternal organization in which its members are taught that success in a good cause is gained only by perseverance. The Grange believes we are inspired when we see someone overcome obstacles. The Allegheny County Pomona Grange Award this year goes to Alex Nikolaev-Howard. Our next award is the Triple C Award. New York State Office of the Attorney General Award recognizes courage, commitment, and character in a graduate. This year's 2020 Triple C Award is presented to 3 students, Lexi Martino, Lee Murray, and Alexei Nikolaev-Howard. Sorry, I got it right the first time. Each year, the Allegheny County chapter of the National Honor Society awards scholarships based on academic achievement, service, leadership, and character. This year's Houghton Academy, the National Honor Society Award is typically presented earlier at an event at Houghton College, a banquet they hold for all Allegheny County National Honor Society chapters. This year's Houghton Academy scholarship winners are Lexi Martino, Josie Lipscomb. Congratulations, ladies. The next award is the Distinguished Senior Athlete Award. This award is presented to 2 students this year, recognizing courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership as senior athletes. Houghton Academy takes pleasure in presenting our 2020 Distinguished Athlete Award to Levi, Chamberlain, and Sarah Retz. Our next award is the Senior Art Award. This student has shown both talent and commitment by pursuing the study of art. Our recipient has given of her time and abilities to help create artwork for school activities, which include the school newspaper, our drama programs, Ignite Week, and most recently building an AP art portfolio. We are honored to present this special art award with congratulations to Lauren Burns. The next 2 awards come from our music department. Recognizing 2 seniors, the Senior Musician Award. This student is dedicated to music making. She has been involved with ensembles like choir and handbells and puts great effort into pursuing excellence in her classes. Her commitment to learning and improving in music is evident, and her willingness to help in even difficult situations is greatly appreciated. Academy takes great pleasure in presenting the 2020 Senior Musician Award to Lauren Burns. Our second Senior Musician Award. This student has been involved with music at Houghton Academy since she started here. She has combined joy and dedication in her music making and has worked hard to bring the other members of the ensembles along with her toward excellence. Her willingness to sing and perform in Zamala and everywhere else is greatly appreciated. The Academy takes great pleasure in presenting the second 2020 Musician Award to Josephine Lipscomb. Next, we'd like to present academic awards in the following disciplines: mathematics, science, English, Christian studies, and history. The first of these academic awards is the Daniel Edward Lucky Memorial Senior Math Science Award. Daniel was the son of Dr. and Mrs. Robert Lucky. Dr. Lucky was a former Houghton College VP, president of Indiana Wesleyan University, an Academy alumnus and board member. Mrs. Lucky taught at the Academy. They had 4 children graduate from Houghton Academy. Danny's brother Peter, along with his wife Nancy, have long served as homestay parents. Danny was a member of the class of 1973, and this award is given in his memory. These awards are presented to the student with the highest averages in math and science during the course of their 4 years at Houghton Academy. This year, the Daniel Edward Lucky Math Award goes to Josephine Lipscomb. The highest average in science, this year's Daniel Edward Lucky Science Award goes to Minho Cho. The next 3 awards are given to students who meet the following criteria. These are in the areas of English, Christian studies, and history. The criteria include a strong GPA, active class participation and involvement, evidence of critical thought that shows ability to analyze and respond to various media, points of view, and important issues within that area of study. They will demonstrate a strong work ethic and outstanding quality of work. The Academy Award this year in English goes to Lauren Burns. The Academic Award in Christian Studies this year goes to Josephine Lipscomb. This year, the Academic Award in the area of history also goes to Josephine Lipscomb. Next award is the Faculty Award. The Faculty Award is given to a student or students whose contributions are often not recognized in traditional ways, but who have undoubtedly made a difference. This award is selected by the faculty, and this year we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient is a student who excels in everything she puts her mind to. She always has a smile on her face, is reliable, and has a beautiful sense of kindness and gratitude, which is appreciated both by her students, or fellow students, and her teachers. First recipient of this year's 2020 Faculty Award is Valerie Yin. And our second recipient also has a joyful presence and is a hard worker. While clearly bright, motivated, and disciplined, she is also known as a kind and compassionate person who cares deeply about others. The second recipient of the 2020 Faculty Award this year goes to Naza Okafor. And now I'm going to turn it back to Mr. Nelson, who will present 2 final senior awards.
Thank you, Mr. Retz. The Head of School Award is presented to a student who has had an all-round impact on the spirit and the life of Houghton Academy, one who exhibits and encourages in others to a high degree, the spirit of excellence at Houghton Academy. The recipient this year is a caring and kind person who attended Houghton Academy for 7 years. Whether helping with a class event, cheering on her teammates, or tutoring a fellow classmate, her quiet demeanor and steadfastness is apparent. Over the years, her contributions to community life have included the varsity girls volleyball and basketball teams, cheerleading, impact crew, and National Honor Society. Always striving toward excellence via numerous dual credit courses, online college courses, and in-person college classes at Houghton College. The 2020 Head of School Award is presented to Kathryn Noyes. The final award that I have the pleasure of presenting is the Christian Character Award. Very simply, the Christian Character Award is given to the student who consistently exemplifies a strong Christian testimony and life, as evidenced in a growing relationship with Christ as much as this can be determined. For faithfully striving to live out her Christian faith, it is my pleasure to present the Houghton Academy Christian Character Award for the class of 2020 to Heidi Sardina. I now welcome to the microphone Mr. Patrick Behringer, class advisor for the graduating class of 2020. Mr. Retz and I will assist him as he reads.
Members of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Retz, faculty, staff, parents, and other honored guests. It is a pleasure to present to you the class of 2020. This class represents 4 countries from around the globe who, by God's providence, came to Houghton Academy, where they have shared their talents and made strong friendships with each other and all of us. This class leaves a legacy of accomplishment, talent, and joy. By God's grace, they have completed their required studies and stand ready to receive their Houghton Academy diplomas. It is my pleasure to announce our graduates and to read their respective biographies. Ayanfe Banwo. Ayanfe has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. Over these years, he participated in soccer, basketball, and track, excelling and earning all-county honors in each. He also devoted his time to a variety of clubs and activities, including National Honor Society, Model UN, Impact Crew, Dorm Council, Band, Bells, and the musical Hello, Dolly. He is appreciative of all the relationships he gained from these teams and clubs. He is very proud of all he accomplished here at the Academy, and although leaving is bittersweet, he feels like he is leaving on a good note and wouldn't change anything about his journey because it has made him a better person. He would like to thank first and foremost his loving family. He states, "They are my rock and my motivation to keep going. They brought me here in order to give me the best opportunity I could have and invested money, time, and effort. I couldn't ask for more. They were handpicked by God for me, and truly I can say I'm blessed to be called a Bonwo. I love you." He would also like to thank the friends he made here and all who stuck by him through tough times and put up with his rambunctiousness. Lastly, he would like to thank Houghton Academy for providing him with the necessary skills and mindset to take on the world while keeping God close to his heart. He really enjoyed his time here. Lauren Burns. Lauren Burns is preparing to go to college in the fall to study architecture. While at Houghton Academy, Lauren engaged in several clubs and invested in her passion for the arts. She would like to thank her parents and siblings for all their support and the teachers, staff, and others in the Houghton community who created an environment for growth. Maria Caputo. Maria has attended Houghton Academy since January 2017. It's been a long and wild ride, but despite hardships, she is very thankful for her experiences here and how transformative being at Houghton Academy has been for her. Maria would like to thank her mother for her undying support and help, as well as all the wonderful friends she made at her time in Houghton who helped her get through school. She also wants to thank her many dorm and homestay parents over the years. Miss L, the McNeils, Ms. M, and the Werbachs for taking good care of her, helping her make good choices, and see life from a different perspective. Levi Chamberlain. Levi Chamberlain has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. During this time, he has participated in many school-sponsored activities, including National Honor Society, student government, and band. He has also participated in athletics, including modified in soccer and varsity track in his freshman year, and varsity soccer and varsity tennis in his sophomore through senior years. Levi was captain of the tennis team his junior year, and soccer team his senior year. Levi took an ambitious load of college classes and accumulated 25 college credits during his time at Houghton Academy. Levi has enlisted in the United States Army as an active duty combat medic, where he will serve for the next 4 years. Levi would like to first thank God for his guidance and provision. He would also like to thank his parents, Marc and Christine, for their help and support during his high school career. He would finally like to thank his sister Noel for her friendship and advice during his time at Houghton Academy. Bolin Chen. During his time at Houghton Academy, Bolin participated in band, ski club, and was manager of a basketball team. This fall, he will be attending the School of Visual Arts in New York City, where he will be pursuing a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Design. Minho Carl Cho. Carl has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. In this time, he participated in Student Senate, Model UN, and a math team, where he was twice selected for the state competition. This fall, he plans to attend NYU College of Arts and Sciences to study biochemistry. Feel free to clap and honk as the graduates are leaving here. Chuanming Feng. Aiden has attended Houghton Academy for 3 years. During this time, he was rarely seen without a smile. This fall, he intends to study at the University of Buffalo. Carissa Hilsher. Carissa has attended Houghton Academy since 6th grade. He has played volleyball for the Academy for 6 years and plans to play for Grove City this fall. She also plans to major in electrical engineering, potentially minor in astronomy, and hopefully later go to grad school for aerospace engineering. She would like to thank pretty much everyone she's ever come in contact with.
make a delivery.
Zifeng Huang. Crystal has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. She was a founding member of Model UN, was on the National Honor Society, and served as senior class president. She also participated in math team and choir. She is known by her teachers as a thoughtful, intelligent, and caring young woman. Shishun Lee. Linko has attended Houghton Academy for the past 3 years. During her time at the academy, Linko served as the manager for a basketball team and the volleyball team. She is also a member of the worship team and impact crew. In the fall, Linko plans to attend the University of California, Davis to study animal science. She wants to thank all the teachers who helped her. She wants to especially thank Mr. Doherty. To her, he is not just a Houghton Academy teacher, but also her dorm brother. He gave her great help with her application essay, which made her applications perfect. Josephine Lipscomb. Josie has been at the Academy for 7 years. She participated in 5 theater productions, was a member of the math team, and helped found and organize the Shakespeare Club. She will be taking a gap year before college to serve with Mennonite Central Committee in Bolivia. Her favorite part of studying at Houghton Academy has been her teachers and the ways they've helped her grow. Lexi Martino. Lexi Martino has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. During her time spent at the Academy, she has been involved in 2 productions, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever and Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. She has also been a part of both the women's varsity volleyball team and basketball team. Throughout her high school career, she has served both as a class representative and as student body vice president. Additionally, Lexi has worked as a volunteer at Houghton Wesleyan Church's Kids Club. She has also been a member of the National Honor Society, the Spiritual Life Committee, and the Impact Crew. Her involvement with Impact Crew in particular has been her most enriching experience, as she has found her passion for helping people and providing awareness of those who need more representation in the world. She will be carrying these passions on with her as she attends Gordon College in the fall to study pre-nursing and international development. These majors will provide her with the tools she needs to carry on with these aspirations. Lexi would also like to share her appreciation for all the teachers she had during her academy experience. She would like to end by saying thank you, as they have had an undeniable impact on her education and growth. Lee Murray. Lee Murray has spent the past 5 years of his education here at Houghton Academy. He has been heavily involved in the sports program, playing basketball and soccer. Lee is also a member of the National Honor Society and has enjoyed his time serving his community and school. Lee hopes to continue the pattern of servanthood by enlisting in the Navy to live a life of service and dignity, honoring his country and this school. He'd like to thank a few people who put him on this path. First, his parents, for the countless hours of work and dedication they put in to not only put food on the table, but to help Lee with everything he needed. He appreciates all of the kindness they spread throughout our community. Having role models such as them makes him want to serve his country all the more. He'd also like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Prentice for all the hospitality and love they gave to him, treating him like one of their own and allowing him to come into their home for the first semester of this year. He is forever grateful. Additionally, he thanks his second host family, the Bakers. He could not be more grateful for how warmly they welcomed him and brought him in without hesitation. It takes a special kind of person to be so willing and so loving, especially in hard times such as these. Alexei Nikolaev-Howard. Alex has attended Houghton Academy for the past 3 years. He has been accepted to a number of universities and is in the process of choosing where he will attend in the fall. Sadie Noyes. Sadie has attended Houghton Academy for 7 years, picking up 24 college credits in that time. She played volleyball for the past 6 of those years, receiving the Character Award and being noted as a scholar athlete. She was also a member of the National Honor Society, Spiritual Life Committee, and the Impact Crew. Additionally, she served as a Zamala group leader and as a class officer during her junior and senior years. In the fall, she plans to attend Eastern University, where she intends to major in psychology. Sydney Okafor. Naza has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. In this time, she played on the basketball team for 2 years and managed the soccer and track teams for 2 years each. She was also a member of the National Honor Society, Model UN, and the Impact Crew. She served as a class officer for her sophomore and junior years and was also part of the choir for 2 years. In her free time, she volunteered at the Houghton Nursing Home and assisted at the Houghton Wesleyan Church's Kids Club and Children's Sunday School. One of her proudest achievements was being able to help run and assist at an annual summer camp in her home country that tutored kids from less privileged backgrounds. She will be attending Northeastern University in the fall, double majoring in health science and international affairs, with the hopes of either going off to medical school or working in public health policy. Isabella Paschalis. Although Isabella was a new student here this year at Houghton Academy, she still feels as if her time here has had a large impact on her. Although this has been an important year, many of Isabella's high school achievements were undertaken at the International School of Bern in Switzerland. In her high school career, she was involved in multiple varsity sports and community services, as well as organizational teams. Isabella enjoyed her time on the varsity soccer, track and field, basketball and volleyball teams for 3 years at her old school, and was happy to be able to continue basketball and volleyball here at the academy. Apart from participating in these sports, she was also given the opportunity to be an assistant coach for the elementary soccer, basketball, and gymnastics teams. Isabella was also part of several organizational teams, such as the Prom Committee and Fusion, a cultural fashion show that she planned alongside 4 of her peers. This included advertising, administration, financial, and photo work. During her time in high school, she was also pleased to take part in several volunteering and service opportunities. This included volunteering at a local church, working as a lab assistant, as well as for organizations such as Pro Natura and Terre de Ham. Isabella would like to thank the staff and student body who made transitioning to Houghton Academy for her senior year significantly easier. Matthew Portamar. Matthew attended Houghton Academy for just 1 year. In this time, he quickly became known as a young man brimming with ideas that he is eager to share with those around him. Sarah Retz. Sarah has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. In this time, she worked as a lifeguard and has been a part of both the track team and girls basketball team. She was also involved in the school in multiple ways, serving on Student Senate, Impact Crew, Model UN, Spiritual Life Committee, and the National Honor Society. She is sincerely grateful to have spent her high school years in an environment that values these clubs and what they stand for, and would like to thank the school, teachers, and students that have provided these opportunities. This fall, she plans to attend Houghton College, where she intends to major in intercultural studies. Heidi Sardina. Heidi has attended Houghton Academy for the past 6 years. During her time at the Academy, Heidi was a member of worship team, Impact Crew, the track and field team, and served as a manager of the volleyball team. She enjoyed being a part of musical productions such as Fiddler on the Roof, Suzuki the Musical, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Heidi also served as the senior chaplain, which led her to share her testimony during the 2019 Fall Worship Night. Heidi spent many of her academy years pursuing ballet and modern dance, performing in and outside of school. Through Heidi's opportunities to serve the school and community in small ways, as well as through her dance experience, she has grown spiritually and socially, giving her a passion for investing in the lives of those around her. In the coming year, Heidi hopes to travel and work before attending the Salon Professional Academy in Buffalo, New York, to pursue cosmetology. Heidi would like to thank all of her teachers, past and present, for the time and energy they've invested in her life. She would like each and every one of them to know that their Christ-like examples in her life played a huge role in who she is today. They didn't only teach her the importance of academics, but also the importance of character and leadership in all areas. Heidi expresses, "Thank you doesn't seem to be enough, but then again, I don't know anything that can measure up to all they've done for me. So thank you." Janae Seiler. Janae is passionate about music, art, and nature. Her dream is to either become a successful artist or designer, or to begin her own business in which she'd like to sell products made completely from the fruits of her garden. She would like to thank her parents, teachers, and fellow students for lovely memories and their support. Alexandra Tucker. Throughout high school, Allie has participated in Impact Crew, Math Team, National Honor Society, track, and volleyball. She was a co-captain of the volleyball team, receiving Honorable Mention All-Star for Allegheny County in her senior year. Additionally, she participated in church activities and 2 missions trips during her high school years. In her junior year, she received the Houghton Academy Sportsmanship Award and was named a Commended National Merit Scholar during her senior year. This fall, Allie will be attending Roberts Wesleyan College for nursing. After she receives her bachelor's degree, she plans on continuing her education to become a nurse practitioner. Allie would like to thank Houghton Academy faculty and staff, as well as her family and friends, for their endless encouragement and support throughout her education. Kunling Wong. Crystal has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. During this time, she participated in choir and earned 7 college credits. This fall, she plans to attend the University at Buffalo, where she intends to major in accounting and media. She would like to thank everyone she met at Houghton. They made a huge change in her life and helped her to become more talkative. Yongjing Tong Wong. Toby has attended Houghton Academy for 3 years. In this time, he has been quick to lend a helping hand and spend time with his peers. Next fall, he will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. Yukshao Wong. Selena has attended Houghton Academy for 3 years. During this time, she enjoyed participating in girls' varsity basketball and choir. She also took the opportunity to babysit at the church. This fall, she will pursue a business management degree at Stony Brook University. Jin Yin. Valerie comes from Guangzhou, China, and has studied at Houghton Academy for 2 years. During these years, she participated in the National Honor Society, Math Team, and Impact Crew. She also served as a manager of the volleyball team in her senior year. This fall, she will be attending Boston University to study advertising in the School of Communication. She would like to thank her teachers and classmates for the warm environment they created at Houghton Academy. She would like to give a special thank you to Miss Maddie for creating a sense of home for the dorm girls. Jinyang Yu. Tom has attended Houghton Academy for 2 years. He is known among his teachers as a positive and respectful young man. At the Academy, he particularly enjoyed being a part of the drama production Arsenic and Old Lace. This fall, he plans to attend Concordia University Irvine, where he intends to study drama. Lydia Zheng. Throughout high school, Lydia has experienced many ups and downs, but those discouraging times have helped her to become more driven. No matter the hardships she faces, she will continue her journey with resiliency. She is grateful for her parents, her brother, and many others for supporting her through those life-changing times and giving her an opportunity at Houghton Academy. This fall, she plans to attend NYU to study biotechnology. Zhangyi Zhou. Zhangyi has attended Houghton Academy for 4 years. In this time, she participated in many activities and tried not to be lazy at all. She is a talented musician and also secretly an unpretentious music producer. She loves to play tennis and basketball and learn different languages. In the fall, she will be attending Ohio State University and studying communication. Her plan for the future is to be a cool grandma and play video games with her grandchildren. Zoe is grateful for meeting everyone here and would like to thank those who have joined her life, such as her papa and mama, 3 little sisters, friends, classmates, dorm parents, and teachers. Because of you, she had been privileged to witness the beauty of being together. Mr. Nelson, it is my extreme pleasure today to present to you, on behalf of the faculty of Houghton Academy, these 29 graduates comprising the class of 2020, who, having successfully completed the Academy's required course of study, being duly examined and found qualified within Houghton Academy's graduation requirements.
Thank you, Mr. Berenger, and thank you, Mr. Retz, as well, and faculty for a lot of thought that went into preparation for these awards, and of course the diplomas, the work. Let me pause just for a moment and let you as attendees today thank the faculty again for their efforts in guiding, preparing these young men and women in order to bring them to this moment. Graduates, would you please step to the right of your vehicles, or in Alexandra's case, to the left side, but as it's facing the other direction. Please step to the right of your vehicles and just exit them there right now, please. As has been attested, you have met or exceeded Houghton Academy requirements. We have witnessed, excuse me, we have witnessed the bestowal of diplomas. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, and faculty, I congratulate you and pronounce you graduates of Houghton Academy. Please move your tassels from right to left and receive our recognition and high congratulations. Alumni, you may now re-enter your vehicles one more time, okay? Thank you. Before the closing benediction by Mr. Berenger, I want to mention what I promised earlier. We ask that other vehicles other than the graduates' vehicles please remain parked here while our seniors take as long of a congratulatory drive as they would like. It will be difficult for the folks here in the left, on your left front, on the grass, to be able to back out. So what we will do is start with the final vehicle, or the first vehicle, which I'm not sure if it's. We're going to let the 2 dormitory vehicles depart slowly first. And down here at the far end, there will be the cake. Stop there with each vehicle, and you will be served within the vehicle. When you finish, as you drive along down Thayer Street, if you wish to come back and join at the end and then get out of your vehicles as families and take photos here, 1 vehicle at a time, that's the order we'll do it. So some of you in this end will be, of course, later, but we need to clear out right here first. So after the school van departs and the 2 dormitories depart, then we'll have this red vehicle here, which I can't see, but I think it's Alex. And then other vehicles from over here from the telephone pole, 2 or 3 down that have graduates in them, then move on out. And then we'll let the parking lot folks, where is Mr. Prentice? Is he right there? And we'll make sure that you get some instructions here on this front row, because we don't want to have any accidents now, having made it this far safely. One by one, then, when you come back here in front, we will have this area left as it is, and you may go ahead and get out with the other people in your party and take photos here as long as you're from the same party. We will now be led in the benediction by Mr. Behringer.
As you go now into this next phase of life, may you honor God with your words, thoughts, and actions. May you build strong, lasting relationships characterized by love and respect. May you find joy in your everyday lives, even when dealing with hard times. As you experience pain and injustice in the world, may God give you the wisdom and discernment to say what needs to be said, and the courage to do what needs to be done. In the middle of the unforeseeable twists and turns life throws your way, may you experience the peace of God. May you remember that although money is a needful thing that can be well and nobly used, it is not the first and only prize to strive for. And as you depart now, in the words of the Apostle Paul, may you be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish, in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world.